Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome to some Total War Warhammer 3. Here today on the channel, we have a Kislev Vs Khorne Battle gameplay. The guys over the Creative Assembly were kind enough to send me over some footage and a bunch of information to share with you guys. So a huge thank you to them. So, we're going to be taking a look now on the assault on the Brass Citadel. So here today, this battle is going to be a little bit different. It's a survival battle, which is a new kind of narrative battle which they're designing for Total War Warhammer 3, in addition to the previous battles. This doesn't replace the traditional battles that you're familiar with in the series. So these survival battles happen at rare and epic moments in your campaign, and they trigger as you reach key points in the narrative. So we're going to be viewing today's battle from the perspective of KATARIN, the Ice Queen, one of the new playable legendary lords for Warhammer 3, as she masses her forces against the armies of Khorne at the Brass Citadel, at the Blood God's stronghold in his hellish realm. So KATARIN must overcome wave after wave of demonic entities and drive forward through the map to capture victory points before facing Khorne's champion, an exalted greater demon, in the battle's finale. Please take into consideration as well that this is an early access build of Warhammer 3 and unit balancing is still subject to change. So these survival battles are handcrafted encounters and take much longer. They are more challenging than standard battles. They roughly go for around about 45 minutes as well, so they make for a really epic encounter when they arise in your campaigns. There's also a bunch of new features and mechanics which I'll get to after looking at the Kislev roster. So welcome to the main menu for the battle demo. A bit of a sneak peek of a potential main menu for Warhammer 3 and a loading screen as well with some new key art for the game. So here is a quick overview of the new mechanics and brief features that I mentioned before. Throughout this battle, I will go into a little bit more in depth of these features, but they're rather self-explanatory for this survival battle. So there's capture points, advance through the map, taking capture points and defeating successive enemy waves. We've got the reinforcements, of course. Each capture point adds additional reinforcements to our pool, which we can recruit from as Kislev. Supplies, capture points yield supplies, which can be used to aid your forces, which can improve a unit's melee, defensive, missile, and shield capability for your units. Defensive structures, each capture point controls additional positions at which arrow towers and barricades can be built, and a unit replenishment, of course. Units can be replenished and their stamina and ammunition. So without further ado, let's get into the battle.
Warriors of Kislev! We have traveled far and fought hard, but at last we have arrived in Khorne's bloody realm. Before us stands the Brass Citadel, where the Blood God's gatekeeper stands guard. We must call out the fiend and slay him. He rallies his demons for a last desperate defense. Vanquish them with ice and steel. This is the ruined fort, defended by Khorne's lesser thralls. Wipe them out and capture the icon of ruin. This will give me a foothold and grant us supplies to reinforce for the struggle ahead.
So let's have a look at the Kislev units that we're going to be using for this battle. So we have the Winged Lancers, which are a shock cavalry unit for Kislev. They are armoured and shielded, they are anti-infantry, and they have the passive abilities of causing fear, hiding in forest, and by our blood, which gives us an additional leadership when fighting for Kislev. Further at the back, making up the majority of this army build, we have the Tsar Guard, 4 units of them, a sword infantry unit for Kislev. Here are the stats and abilities for now in this early access build. Further at the back, we have 3 units of Kossars, which are a bow and axe infantry unit, with the passive abilities of hiding in the forest and by our blood as well. They're already getting their shots off by protecting the Ice Queen at the front, KATARIN, and we'll go through her various spells. So KATARIN is a wizard spellcaster who's quite decent in melee. So as we slowly but surely make our way to the ruined capture point, I thought I'd talk about the Law of Ice, which is a new law magic that is going to be in Warhammer 3. So KATARIN wields the Law of Ice. The best way to describe it and how it works compared to other laws of magic, it focuses on slowing and damaging enemy units while buffing friendlies. And I'll also break down the other spells that KATARIN has available. Firstly, Crystal Sanctuary, an augment which provides massive damage resistance to friendly units while disabling movement for a duration. Moving on to Frost Blades, which is an augment which buffs weapon and AP weapon damage and melee attack for a duration. Ice Maiden's Kiss, a breath spell which reduces movement speed and causes damage over time to enemies. Death Frost, a direct damage spell which causes massive damage over time, which I like. Ice Sheet reduces the movement and charge speed of an enemy target. And lastly, Heart of Winter, a phase 4 AoE spell which causes increasing damage and movement reductions per phase in an area of effect.
The Icon of Ruin is ours, and we have supplies to fortify our position. Use them to construct defensive towers here. We can barricade these bottlenecks. Use the portals to summon fresh troops or heal and upgrade our warriors, using whatever supplies we have left.
So now that we've taken this victory point, we need to defend it. However, we have been rewarded with some supplies where we can recruit more units, construct defenses, and improve our army. So now we have to defend against the waves of Khorne's demons. So a quick overview as Kislev as a faction. They've got really strong and mobile cavalry. I can already see them being a really competitive faction in the game. They have hybrid infantry, which offers a really good flexibility of tactics, being able to get a quick couple of fire missile shots off and then switch back to melee combat. However, the hybrids obviously aren't shielded overly too much. The leadership for the warriors is quite strong as well, and they're really capable of holding lines back from the enemy. And the Law of Ice seems really solid at the moment. So the best play style for Kislev and to weaken the enemy is fire as much as you can with your missile units, and then go with hammer and anvil strike with your cavalry. Harassing, stretching, and kiting the enemy seems to work really well in this battle. So as we defend this position, I can elaborate on more of the features which are present in this battle. So much of this gameplay in the survival battle is focused around victory points. So capturing one of these, as you saw, grants us supplies, and it allows us to activate a number of construction slots which can be defensive or offensive in the case of towers. So When capturing a victory point, it also triggers a new wave of demons that can enter the battlefield, and our structures will be really needed for us to defend the victory point and maintain cohesion within our army build, as the enemies will quite relentlessly rush towards us. Therefore, if we don't hold and secure the capture point, Khorne's forces can retake it and destroy us in the battle. So more information on the supplies mechanic as well. As you slay enemies and take victory points, we will be granted more supplies throughout the battle, which can be spent in a number of ways. So destroying and focusing enemy units gives you a short drip of supplies, which is consistent, but the largest amount of supplies you can get is from capturing victory points. So it's really advantageous for the player to continue to progress throughout the battle to get more and a larger amount of supplies. Construction wise, when you're at a capture point, there's a bunch of construction slots available where you can build a variety of buildings. Firstly, missile towers, which will continuously fire at the enemy, pin down and massively reduce their hit points, allowing your infantry to have a bit of a easier time against the enemy units. And these arrow towers have infinite ammunition, which we've seen in previous Total Wars and in the base game. There is also barricades, which can be used to raise the firing platform for your ranged units. You can also debuff enemies that approach them. You can even block the enemy's pathfinding and funnel your foes into a more advantageous position. However, you do have to protect them, as enemies can destroy your barricades. So already I can see this tower defense having some really interesting tactical gameplay. Structures can also be sold for 50% if you need a refund or potentially need to quickly replace another building type with another. You might need to put a quick tower over instead of a barricade, which is interesting. Army improvement wise, the upgrades are a little bit self-explanatory, but supplies can help you improve your troops in a number of ways. So we've got the replenishment menu, which allows you to improve your winds of magic with KATARIN's spell casting. You can also speed up her character ability cooldown, restore her health, stamina, and ammo for your units. The upgrade menu also allows you to improve your melee, armor, projectiles, and shield of any unit you've selected. So it's cool that you can replenish KATARIN, and we've also seen in previous Total Wars that you can improve melee, weapon, and armor, which is a good return. And in these capture points, we can obviously recruit and withdraw certain units. And the unit recruiting is tiered depending on which capture point we're at as well. So by the time we get to the third and higher end tier of units, we're going to be able to recruit monstrous units like the Kislev Elemental Bear. So that's pretty much it, guys. I've shared all the available information with you that I can at this point in time. So we've still got a bunch of gameplay I can show off here today. We've still got a bunch of KATARIN spells. We have a Heart of Winter spell coming up in a moment. I'm also going to show off some units for the enemy. We've got some Bloodletters and some Chaos Warriors of Khorne. We've got an Elemental Bear coming up in a moment. We've still got multiple waves still to come. 1, 2, and 3. And then the boss battle against Khorne's Exalted Demon. So I hope you enjoy the remaining 25 minutes of this video with no commentary and uninterrupted Warhammer 3 gameplay as we assault the Brass Citadel. So, hope you've enjoyed today's video. I've had an absolute blast. I can't wait to share more Total War Warhammer 3 gameplay, campaigns, and videos with you guys in the future. So, much love from Australia, guys. Take care. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Follow the bell! Purge them! Cossars! Sons of Kislev! Cossars! Go with honor! Obey the orthodoxy!
Tsarina KATARIN! The frosts are mine! Ursun, Salyak, Daj, Tor!
Taking position!
The motherland's finest! Obey the orthodoxy!
We must press on into the blood pits and seize the icon of blood! The people's ruler! Very well.
On the march!
March with pride! Whatever Ursun asks! Sargar! Taking point!
The motherland's finest! Taking position! March with pride! Hearts of ice!
We fight for Ursun!
KATARIN moving!
Land is power! Sons of Kislev! Thing Lancers! Moving! Kislev sends us forth! Taking point! Commander Kislev! Go with honor! Attack, comrades!
Kislev supreme leader! I go!
Follow the bear! On the march! Follow the bear! Wherever Ursun asks! Kislevites moving! Thing Lancers!
Tsarina KATARIN!
Kossars!
Wolf-top Kislevites!
Fight for Ursa!
On duty, sir.
Kossars! Moving!
Kislev sends us forth. Kislevites moving.
Serve Kislev! Kislev sends us forth!
On the march. March! Kislev!
Thing Lancers! Taking point! Kislev sends us forth! Horse archers! Go with honor!
Tsarina KATARIN!
Sargar!
The icon of blood is ours! Beyond the portal wait Kislev's greatest defenders, ready to fight! Use the fresh supplies to summon them! Construct more towers and barricades to help the defense!
Kossars! Go with honor!
March with pride!
Sargar! March with pride!
Kossars! Kislevites moving!
Taking position!
Streltsy! Moving!
Moving!
Spreading hoarfrost!
Thing Lancers! Comrades of the Bear! Obey the Orthodoxy! Taking point! Obey the Orthodoxy! Sargai! On the march! Our duty served! Taking position!
The Frostbringer! It is my path!
It is my duty! Serve without question! Quickly of moving! Retribution! For the Orthodoxy!
Absolute power! The Ice Queen! I am the Blizzard!
Defenders of Kislev! The motherland's finest! I am risen! The heretic dies! archers! Slay them!
The motherland's finest! Kislev Vs Khorne!
Zargai!
It is done! Taking position! Yes! Ice Guard!
Winged Lancers! Kislevites moving! Force archers! Bring them down! Kislev and Jules!
Corsairs!
Force archers! To battle! Land is power! March with pride! The motherland's finest! March for Kislev!
Go with honor!
Kislev sends us forth! Seeking heresy! Zargai!
March with pride!
Winged Lancers! Taking point! Moving!
Follow the bear!
Ice Guard! Go with honor!
Winged Lancers! Wolf-Staff Kislevites!
I claim the icon of torment! The demon will come! Use the last of our supplies to ready our defenses! Raise towers! Raise barricades! And summon forth the greatest of the motherland's champions! Kislev's enemies muster another assault!
Sons of Kislev! Winged Lancers!
Serve Kislev! Taking point!
Go with honor! Wherever Ursunas! March with pride!
Corsairs! Taking position!
It serves Kislev! Land is power! March for Kislev! Winged Lancer!
Sons of Kislev!
We fight for Ursun! Obey the orthodoxy! Sons of Kislev! Winged Lancers! For the throne! Land is power!
Making it so!
Greatest of witches!
Annihilate them!
Tsarina KATARIN!
Simpzy! Forsachas! March from Kislev! Excellent! Taking point! Bring them down!
Comrades of the battle!
Tsarina KATARIN!
We fight for Ulsun!
Wing Lancer! On the march! Taking point! Slay them! Indeed! With honor!
Tsarina KATARIN! The frosts are mine! The people's ruler!
The motherland's finest!
It is righteous! War as one, speak!
It is done!
Stealthy! Moving!
Sargai! So be it! Moving!
Fine strategy! So be it!
A fine strategy! Let's serve Kislev! Moving! We fight for
Khorne's gatekeeper shows himself at last! Warriors of Kislev, prepare for the fight of your lives! Our foes threaten the motherland anew!
Go with honor! Taking position!
Defenders of Kislev!
Kislev's supreme leader! Ursun, Salyak, Daj, Tor!
They die! Follow the bear! Exit! Kislevites moving!
Streltsy!
The cross are mine!
Sons of Kislev! Hussars!
Sarina KATARIN! My brave Kislevites, we stand triumphant. But Khorne is not the only dark god with a realm in this accursed place. The battle is won, but the war goes on. Come, we must continue our search for what is lost.